A very warm welcome to this video lecture. In today's class, we will continue with the concepts of array, and here we are going to learn how to delete an array element. So suppose you have an array of say 5 elements, out of which one element you delete. So remaining will be 4 elements. So how do we go about this deletion of an element from an array? We shall see in today's lecture. Now there's an array example on the top, as you see, which is consisting of ages of some people. Now the top, what you see are the indices. Okay, so age of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now say out of this we want to delete say the index 3, which is 56. Okay, we just want to delete it. So when we delete something from the middle of an array, what has to happen is that the remaining part of the array, whichever elements are there, those have to be shifted to the front to fill up the space, because you cannot leave an array with an empty space in between. So whenever there's a deletion happening in the middle of an array, that's when you have to shift the remaining half of the array to that position to fill up the gap. Okay, now suppose say, let's go back to the same example. Suppose say now you have to actually delete, suppose say the last element 101. Okay, this element can be deleted without any kind of much modifications. It can be easily deleted because it is at the end of an array, so it doesn't make a difference. But whenever you are deleting something from the between of the array or at the start of the array, then the remaining elements should be all shifted to the front position to fill up that space. Okay, so this is how a deletion happens in an array. Okay, so in today's lecture we will see, or we will write a code how to go about with this. Alright, I have taken the same example which I have taken for the previous cases, where I am actually searching for an element, where I am inserting elements into the array. I have taken the same example so that you do not get confused. Now as you see at the bottom, first of all you need to have the array declared, and whatever variables you require in your program, those will be declared. I is the loop variable, n is the size of the array, and position is that variable which we will ask from the user to know which element to be deleted. Okay, so we have to know which is the position at which you want to perform the deletion. You just cannot delete everything. You need to know the correct position. So that position will be stored in this variable position. It is of the type integer. Now just to make my work easier, the initial part of the code I have just already written and kept. Okay, the first thing is you have to enter the size of the array. This we have seen in the previous videos also. Then you have to take input of the array. Okay, so enter all the elements in the array. Now this is the for loop which will take input from the user. I have just put comment statements so that you all know where exactly what happens. And the second for loop is of course to print the elements of the array. You cannot print the elements of the array without having a for loop. Alright, so this is how the initial part of the code would be, where you need to have some elements in the array. So let us now continue from here how to go about with deletion. Now first of all, I have told you all that you need the position at which you have to perform the deletion. Okay, so this will be the user's input. So it will be something like enter the position from which position at which you wish to perform the deletion. So after this you will have the scanf statement to take the input from the user. So the scanf statement, let us end the statement with a semicolon, or else we might get an error later, the syntax error. So after this we will have the scanf statement. Scanf statement will tell what kind of data we have to take, which is integer, so hence %d, comma, where we want to store the data, this position. So the name of the variable is position. The ampersand sign is very important because it's a scanf statement. So position, press enter, go to the next line. Now after you have taken the input of the position at which you want to perform the deletion, you know where the user wants to perform the deletion. Okay, so after, suppose say this is being deleted, okay, what we have to do is shift these two remaining variables over here in this place. Okay, now actually in C you don't have to go and remove or delete the element. All you got to do is just replace the old value with the new values. So just replace with the new values. What I mean by that is, I suppose this is 56. Okay, what I do is take these two variables, these two values or these elements, okay, remove them from the position and replace over here. So which means the old value 56 is now wiped off, replaced. Okay, because you actually don't go and do deletion, you just replace the values, overwrite. The correct word is overwrite. Okay, so how do we overwrite that is we need to use a for loop. Okay, so let's write that, the for loop. For, let's use the same for loop variable I equal to, now remember that position means 1 2 3 4 5, index means 0 1 2 3 4. So what you have asked from the user is position and not index, so you have to be careful of that. So whenever you say position, we write the for loop, you would have to write with something like this ways. So position -1, that's where the for loop will start till I is less than n minus 1, because now one element will be less after you delete, of course, so it will be n minus 1, it won't be n because you have deleted one element, and I plus plus for incrementing in the for loop. Now what you have to do is you have to check, or you have to actually copy those further values into the place where you want to do the deletion. So for that you will have to write the name of the array. So write the name of the array. So I, suppose say, is the variable, and I plus 1. Okay, so this is how the for loop would be. I will explain you all how exactly this works. After that, let us print the array after the deletion. So for printing, write the for loop, very important, write the for loop. So let's just copy paste instead of writing all over again, and let us see if this program works perfectly correct or no, or that it needs some. Okay, position is undeclared, so let us declare position on the top. Okay, the spelling error. Forgotten to close the main function. Alright, so no syntax errors. Enter the size of the array. So let us enter the same let us take some values so that we understand better, and say the last value is 200. Okay, so we'll take the same example over here. So how many elements are there in this? Actually 6 elements are there. So size of the array is 6. Let us enter all the elements. Same example let's take, which is on the top of the screen. So same elements I'm going to now take inside. 56, 101, 200. Alright, now as you see, the array is printed onto the screen. Okay, 23, 45, 67, 56, 101, 200. Perfectly correct so far. Let's go ahead, enter the position at which you want to perform the deletion. Okay, so say we want to delete the number 67. So 67 is present over here at position 3. Okay, it is at position 3 but index 2. You are asked to enter the position, not index. So enter the position at which you want to perform the deletion. So 3. After you are done with that, press enter. As you see, 67, which was at position 3, is no more present. After 67, whatever was there, which is 56, that is what you can see over here. Okay, now can you see this one thing is that this 200 is repeated. Okay, in the end another 200 is appended. The reason for this is that in your code, while printing the elements after performing the deletion, the for loop what we had written was till n. Okay, but after deletion it is not correct. One number is less, one element is less, hence it should be n minus 1. So after this you will not get that repeated element, you will get perfectly correct element. Let's see once again, executing the code. Okay, so size of the array is 6, 23, 45, 67, 56, 101, 200. Now this time let us delete the first element, which is 23. So 23 is at position 1. Now you see in the output array there is no 23, which was the first element, removed. So everything what was after 23 is now shifted to the further point and no element is repeated. So the output is perfectly correct. Alright, now let us see how to actually do this, or actually how this works. Okay, what is this thing happening over here exactly, that we need to see. Alright, so first of all what will happen is that, as I have told you, you actually never delete anything as such. Physically you never delete anything. All you got to do is just replace. So if you want to remove 67, you replace 67 with this remaining by pushing forward. So 67 is replaced by 56. 56 is replaced by 101. 101 is replaced by 200. That is what is happens. Okay. So what I mean by that is, I'll demonstrate over here. Delete this, cut, paste over here, cut, paste over here, cut, paste over here. This is what exactly happens when you say deletion. Okay, so let us undo everything and see how the working works with respect to this code. Now why do we actually write I equal to position minus 1? What do you mean by position minus 1? If suppose say the user says delete at third position, delete the element present at third position. So position minus 1 would actually be 3 minus 1, 2, which means index 2. So this for loop actually what it does is, from the point you are performing the deletion till the end of the array, it just shifts the elements one by one. So the shifting of the elements actually happens with respect or by use of this for loop. So the starting position, the start point of the for loop is where you actually perform the deletion. So the deletion is performed suppose over here, then that is the starting point till you reach the end of the array. So why have I written n minus 1 and not n? The reason is that after deletion one element is going to be less, hence you have to write n minus 1. Okay, so this was it about the for loop. Now what exactly happens over here? Let us see the example. Okay, so let us trace this loop. Suppose say the position which the user entered, I'll write comments over here down. Suppose the position entered by the user was, say, 3, which means the user wants to delete 67 in our example. Okay, so what will be this particular for loop? How will it work? Okay, first time I will be equal to position minus 3. So position is 3, 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay, so 3 minus 1 would be 2, position minus 1, semicolon, I less than n minus 1. So n is the number of elements present, so it was 6. So n minus 1 would be 5. Alright, and I plus plus. Alright, so this would be the case when we execute the for loop for the first time. I am writing as comments over here. Alright, so this would be the first time. Okay, now once you go inside the for loop, what will happen? It will be age of, first time I is 2. So age of 2 equal to age of I plus 1. So I plus 1 would be 2 plus 1, 3. Now once this happens, what exactly you see over here is that whatever is in age 3 will be put in age 2, age of 2, which means whatever is at index 3 will be put at index 2. So in our example, what is there at index 3? This one. Let's cut this one. Okay, let's cut and paste over here. This is what exactly happened in this line. So you overwrite the old value with a new value. This was the first time the for loop executed. Now after this the for loop will be incremented. So what will happen is that it will be I plus plus. So if I was 2, then now I will become 3, because you are actually doing I plus plus while you are exiting. Okay, so next time in the round 2, let's update I will be now 3. Is 3 less than 5? Of course 3 is less than 5. Now this time I value is 3. So 3 and 3 plus 1 is 4. So let us see what is there at fourth index. Fourth index 101 is present. So let us just cut this and put at index 3. Put at index 3. So as you see, at index 3 101 comes. Next after that I will be again incremented. So I was 3, it will become 4. Let's update I 4. Is 4 less than 5? Yes, 4 is less than 5. Next thing, age of I. Now I is 4. So age of 4 and 4 plus 1, 5. So what is present at this index 5? This number 200. Let us cut and put it at index 4. So put it at index 4. This is what happens. Okay, and next thing I will be again incremented. So I will be now 5. So after incrementing, let us again check for the for loop. Okay, I is now 5. Is 5 less than 5? No, 5 is not less than 5. Hence these things will not be executed the last time. That's it, we will stop. After that you print. Now while you are printing, you see over here the for loop. For loop goes till n minus 1, because this last position is actually empty. So you have to start the for loop from here I of 0 till n minus 1. Okay, and that's it. You will get all the elements present in the array as an output, and this extra element position which was there, which is empty, will be ignored. So this is how deletion happens in case of arrays.